we don't have to deal with all the riffraff because we have lounge seats. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to For the Plot. We're talking about some more Reddit stories today. Today I have one from 2 months ago on the Am I the Asshole subreddit, and it goes like this. AITAH for wanting to leave early to the airport for our first international flight. I have a lot of opinions on this. As somebody who gets to the airport about, I'd say solid 20 minutes before her flight. I'm probably gonna get hell for this. So let's see what it says. Me, female 31, and my husband, male 32, are going on our first trip to Japan for our honeymoon, first-year wedding anniversary. Our flight is in less than 2 days, and we are in a disagreement as to how early we should be arriving to the airport. Our flight departs LAX airport at 11:30 a.m. and I want to be at the airport by 7:30, 4 hours before departure. I'm really trying not to judge that already. He wants to be at the airport by 9:30, 2 hours before departure. For context, he has never flown international and is afraid of flying, so his anxiety is very high right now. He claims he doesn't want to end up waiting at the airport extra time before the flight because the anticipation will make his anxiety worse. I myself am anxious that if we don't allow ourselves extra time for things to go wrong and for possible traffic delays, we live 1.5 hours away from LAX. Then we could end up missing our flight. For further context, I have planned this entire trip myself with very little input from him, by his choice because he has been anxious just thinking about flying for 12 hours on a plane. I researched, purchased the tickets, booked hotels and excursions, prepared the itinerary, and arranged for our ride to and from the airport. I am adamant about arriving 4 hours early due to a stormy weather forecast, government shutdown chaos, possible traffic delays as we approach the Los Angeles areas, and also to allow time to eat breakfast and relax before the flight. He says I am selfish and asshole and don't care about his anxiety for possibly making him wait at the airport for a longer time before the flight. Am I the asshole? I think I think all of your logic and reasoning is very sound. And I think as we travel with people who have anxieties about certain things and want to be accommodating to others, then I don't know, maybe you just split the difference. I'm going to say, I think 4 hours is absolutely excessive. To get there 4 hours before, so you're leaving 5.5 hours before your flight. That's a little bonkers to me. That's a little weird. I think that's a little excessive. And I'll say this with a huge caveat. LAX is no joke. If you have never flown out of that airport, good job. I am happy for you. LAX sucks. The only flight I have ever missed in my entire life, and I have taken well over 100. I traveled for years during one of my last jobs, all over the Western US, and I managed to leave from LAX exactly one time to John Wayne. It's way better. And I missed my flight. They have this gate, it's like gate 54. And when you go there, you go up to the desk agent and you have to wait for a shuttle bus to come. So you think you're at the gate. Like I literally pull up to the gate 45 minutes before my flight. My flight was at 2:30 and I got there at 1:45. 45 minutes before my flight, I walk up to the gate and there's no one there. And I said to the gate agent, I'm like, oh, where's the gate? Because it's just like doors with like stairs down. And he's like, oh, there's a bus to the terminal. It'll be here soon. This is like a satellite terminal that you have to go from this gate onto a bus and go across the tarmac all the way out to this like satellite terminal, which is where like gate 55 is, or 54, whatever the number was. So I pull up to the desk and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm like, it's like 2:15. I've been here 30 minutes. Like, where is this freaking bus? What is going on? And I look behind me and there is like a line of like 40 people behind me. And I'm like, all right, well, we're all here together. Like, surely they wouldn't leave without half the plane, right? That would be weird, right? So the bus finally pulls up. We all pile on. It's like 2:20 at this point, and they shut the doors like 10 minutes before you even get on, right? So we're on the bus flying across the tarmac. We pull up to this like satellite spot. We all pile out. I just have a backpack, so I'm at like the front of the line, like walking through the whole other ass satellite terminal place, and I walk up to the gate, and there's one gate agent standing there, and I'm like, "Where's the plane?" He's like, "Plane left." And I was like, all of us were waiting at the terminal for the last 45 minutes to catch a bus out here. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And I'm standing there, and the line now is once again forming behind me, 40 people deep, all coming to talk to this gate agent. And I'm like, if you guys would just delay the flight by like 5 minutes, knowing you had all of these people waiting at the gate, why didn't they call ahead and tell you? It was just so freaking wild. Anyways, he rescheduled me. It was this whole mess. It was so crazy. He had to reschedule like 40 people. Like, why would you do that to your people as well? Anyways, I digress. LAX sucks. Avoid at all possible costs if you can. That being said, I think 4 hours is bonkers crazy. You left your house 5.5 hours ahead of time. I understand you want to be prepared for everything. I understand like his anxieties of not wanting to just wait around for too much. Like once you're mentally prepared, you want to go. I think by far the easiest solution is to just split the difference. You want to be there 4, he wants to be there 2, get there at 3. You know, leave your house 4.5 hours ahead of time to pull up 3 hours before your flight. Like, do I think it's excessive? Yes. Would I do that? No. I do get there at least an hour early because Zach doesn't like flying either. And so to accommodate him, we will go early. I do go sit in like an airport lounge or something, so that we don't have to like deal. We don't have to. We don't have to deal with all the riffraff because we have lounge seats. Sorry. Anyways, I think that's a simple solution. Um, let's see what Reddit had to say. Oh, they have an update. Should I just read the update? I'm going to read the update. Update. We left our house with the intentions of getting there 4 hours early. We left early enough that we missed the heavy rain pour down and accidents that followed near the LAX area. Everything went smoothly and we were at our gate within an hour. We ended up with 3 hours to kill before our flight. See, like that's who wants to hang out at an airport for 3 hours, especially LAX? Like, there's some good airports in the world. Singapore Airport, I will put a picture here. Like, you can go through a waterfall. They have like a zoo. They have like an aquarium there. They have like photo opportunities. They literally have like a hotel at the airport. Okay. That, yes. LAX, nor, nor babes, nor. Oh my God, 3 hours before our flight. Husband was not happy about this, of course, but he got over it quickly. We got breakfast, sat down, and relaxed. My brother, who dropped us off, got stuck in loads of traffic on the way back, unfortunately. Anyways, we made it to Japan and enjoyed every second of it. I just want updates on the Japan trip. That is like on a bucket list for me. I really want to go to Japan, so. Okay, let's see what they said. The overall vote for this was no assholes here, which makes a lot of sense. I think some people have anxieties about getting there early enough, and some people just don't. They're just more comfortable traveling, and they don't want to do that. So, um, top comment, no assholes here. It's recommended you get to the airport about 3 hours before an international flight. I'd compromise and do that instead. Edit to add, I missed that OP's flying out in the next couple of days, so the 4 hours makes more sense in context. Its TSA is still recovering from the government shutdowns. My judgment is still no assholes here, but 4 hours makes more sense. Still disagree, but that's okay. That's okay, we can disagree. That's okay. Can you stay at an airport hotel the night before your flight so you are very close to the airport, don't have to worry about traffic, and he can chill in the calm room a bit later in the morning? That is a really, really good recommendation, and I didn't even think about that, especially if you live so far away. We're only about 30 minutes from the Phoenix airport, which is a very easy airport to get in and out of. I don't know if you guys have ever been here, but it's like the easiest airport in the world. I have never waited in a security line longer than about 2.5 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating. It's wild. But yeah, staying in an airport really close by is such a great solution because then you have the room, you can relax at the hotel, you're not in such a rush. You know it's only going to take you like 10 minutes to hop on a bus over, like most of them have transports to get over there. So that's a really, really good recommendation. All right, next one goes. As much as I hate to reduce a marital dispute like this to "you're right, he's wrong," I used to fly out of that terminal a lot for business, and you're right, especially with the current disruption with flights. But in the best of times, LAX generally, and that terminal particularly, are a crapshoot. And with your travel time as a consideration, planning to arrive 4 hours before your flight is the right move. LAX is a madhouse, like I said. I'm still I'm not on board with the 4 hours early. 4 hours. Four. I used to fly out at 8:30. It was like the 8:28 flight out of Phoenix to John Wayne every Monday. And I would park my car at 7:55 in the offsite parking, walk down the stairs, get on the escalator up to the little SkyTram, take the SkyTram right over to Terminal 4, hop right off, go through security line in about 37 seconds because I have clear and TSA, and walk down to gate A24 and walk on the plane. Car to plane, 18 minutes. But that's just me. It's okay if you don't like that. Maybe that gives you anxiety. That's what I did. When you do it every single week for like a year, you don't want to go to the airport and wait around for an hour. You just don't. You just don't. Okay, what do you think about that? What do you think of that story? What time do you get to the airport? Do you get there super early? Are you guys all planners? Are you not crazy like me? Or are you like airport sitters? You want to like get to the airport, find a cute little restaurant, park, and have your like 8 a.m. margarita on the rocks. I don't judge. I'm just asking. Comment down below. We'll see you next time for the next Reddit story. Bye.